So I'm fortunate enough to be here with Jon Harrex, who's the Head of Information Security at the Salvation Army UK and Ireland. Hello, Jon.
Hello, Richard. Thank you.
Jon, obviously, wherever you look now, whatever newspaper you read, whatever television program you watch, there's a lot of stories about cybersecurity and the threats that cybersecurity brings to organisations like yourselves. Can you tell us a little bit about how the cyber threat landscape has changed over the last 10 years or so?
It's interesting. 10 years ago, it was about automated attacks. There was automated denial of service, automated phishing, automated exploitation of vulnerabilities. And you could, if you were studying the data, you could see a flow across the globe as these attacks were launched.
Yeah.
Now it's about targeted attacks. And we study the data that we get through, and we see specific seniors within the organisation targeted and for phishing, for impersonation attacks, and also we have a large number of third parties, and we have a lot of third party attacks as well, because we have a lot of services outsourced. And finally, to cap it all, is there's a skills shortage as well, which adds to it.
So those threats have clearly got more sophisticated. So how has that changed your organisational approach to dealing with those threats, Jon?
So what we're doing is we're using enterprise level tools that give us coverage across the whole organisation. We get high coverage, and we also get a high return on investment as well. We're also looking at culture. We have a very diverse organisation, and one person's information security is going to be completely different to another's. So we're working very heavily on the culture of the organisation and just how to influence that and steer security that way. And finally, what we're looking at is we're really focusing on the basics. So we're working on things like cyber essentials, ISO 27001, and we're ensuring that we have a baseline of security that we can measure from at all times, and that we can take a risk approach.
Sure. And when you talk about enterprise level systems, so they're sort of leading global enterprise cybersecurity tools that that you perhaps are being recommended by Forresters or Gartners, that have the capability to provide a 24/7 managed service that can help protect the entire organisation effectively.
Yes, and we're using managed detection and response for our data security. Our security operations.
Yeah,
and we work closely with the organisation, and they provide us with a concierge service, so that we're constantly discussing what's being found on a daily basis, and we have a wash up at the end of each month. On what's been going on. And it's the same with message hygiene as well. Again, it's 24/7. And this is something that's very key to us, is that with these technologies that we choose, there's a human contact in there as well. We're not just given a technology, we actually have people that we engage with, and that we can discuss issues that are found.
Okay, so with a managed detection and response service, that's a system that's monitoring your entire endpoints and detecting threats and reporting on those threats and responding to those threats. And then that's verified by a human being effectively.
Yes, and so we have sensors. We have sensors within our key buildings, but we also have sensors on all of our endpoints, on our servers and laptops. We collect logs from across the organisation. So we're collecting logs from the firewall, from Microsoft Defender, and it's then analysing all of this data. And it comes down in a funnel, and it gets to a point where a human looks at it. And then makes a call as to whether we're engaged.
Need to be informed on that, which is really important, because of the number of threats that are occurring these days. Is almost impossible to be managed by your team effectively. It has to be managed through an automated process, through a system that's reducing those numbers down to a point where you can actually then become engaged and deal with those threats effectively.
Absolutely, and I look at these services are extensions of the team.
Yeah.
I for what we pay for them, I couldn't employ enough staff to do the work.
Yeah.
So, the return on investment is immeasurable, really. It's absolutely huge. And we just get enterprise level coverage, and the return is absolutely massive.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And you've mentioned to me about other enterprise level systems that you use for your cybersecurity protection, and that was third-party cyber risk management. I think you've got a system in place so that you can manage the cyber risk associated with your third-party suppliers.
Yes, so this is a very important area to us, because the organisation uses a lot of third parties to provide different services, and we especially we have services where we contract with organisations like the Home Office to provide services, but third parties are engaged.
Yeah.
And it's important that we've just bought a tool called Panarrays, and basically that tool allows us to go from the very initial engagement with a third party, where we're asking them questions about their security standard.
So that's all supplier onboarding through.
Yes. So, and it enables us to, the procurement department is able to send out a questionnaire. The questionnaire is answered within the platform. We can then assess the risk, and we can then monitor the third party then going forward once they're onboarded. And also what we can do is we can also see how their risk profile changes based on that monitoring, and how it ties back to the questions that they've asked.
Okay, so that's almost like posture evaluation, cyber posture evaluation, comparing that to the questionnaires that the cyber risk questionnaires that they're answering, and effectively aggregating the two and coming up with some sort of scoring system.
Yes, and the key to me is that it's all in one place, and we've basically consolidated 3 systems into one. We've managed to cut cost, cut complexity, and also we've now got something that's doing it 24/7 for us as well.
Excellent. And does that system allow cross communication between the InfoSec team and the procurement team and the compliance teams as well?
Yes, and it encourages it. So, and the good thing is that what we can do is we can allow the procurement team and the compliance teams to be engaged independently. So it's not reliant on the information security team to actually provide that encouragement to get engaged in things.
Yeah, they're just going to do it as a natural part of the process.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. So, Jon, I know that you've mentioned before that Microsoft are a key security vendor of yours, and that you use a number of their security products. Can you tell us a little bit about which products you use and how they protect your organisation?
So we use Defender on all our endpoints. We have approximately 2,500 laptops and about 250 servers. We use Intune for mobile asset management. So every mobile device and non-company device that connects to our network is managed via Intune mobile asset management. And combined with that, we use conditional access policies as well to restrict what people do. And also, most importantly for me, is that we use multi-factor authentication. We encourage people to use the Authenticator app, but we have a diverse population as well. So some people are not as technically able as others.
Yes.
And so in that case, we'll do things like send an SMS to people.
Yes. So they'll authenticate through receiving a text message.
Yes.
And then
correct.
fill in the information and that'll allow them to get onto the systems that they need to.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Thanks, Jon.
Oh, thank you.